Hello, everyone. I'm Charlie LaMountain, and I'm going to tell you a thing or two about Gracie Shy. Gracie and I go way back. Besides both having attended St. Mary's for nearly 15 years and absolutely destroying together on the Pink Flamingo soccer team and the senior flag football team, we have also been in the same math class since 5th grade. Yet, despite our years spent together struggling through Kiefner math, U-subs, and abstract algebra, Gracie is still a bit of an enigma to me. So I went to her friends to truly understand her. And y'all, prepare yourselves. Here's what I learned. Despite Gracie and I having been in the same class together for so long, she apparently shares more similarities with Mr. Sohn than she does with me. Like Mr. Sohn, Gracie is a serial napper. Like Mr. Sohn, Gracie drinks a full glass of milk before bed every night. According to her friend Kayla, Gracie eats like a caveman. I'm talking red meat and potatoes for dinner every night. No leafy greens. According to Annie, after a full meal at Buffalo Wild Wings one night, Gracie said, "Ugh, I need some candy." Though Gracie is less of an enigma to me now that I've gotten to know her a little bit better, I still ask myself, who truly is Gracie Shy? I believe what she has to say next will answer this question for us. So without further delay, I give you Wally's funky cousin herself, Grace Frances Shy. Picture this. It's 2012. We were all frantically searching the hotel room with sheer determination and desperation. My oldest brother had squeezed himself under the bed to search. My middle brother was ripping the comforters off and sheets off of the beds, and both my mom and dad were looking in drawers and behind doors. I stood motionless and paralyzed in the middle of the room with warm tears streaming down my face. It was absolute agony watching my family hopelessly scour the room. This could not be happening to me. Not now, not at this moment. My oldest and most precious blankie was missing. My family and I had spent a glorious and adventure-filled week in New York for fall break. We had been to Central Park, the Empire State Building, the Statue of Liberty, Dylan's Candy Bar, and Times Square. It had been an amazing week, yet I never dreamed it would end in such tragedy. We had all diligently packed our bags to head to the airport when I realized that Blankie was nowhere to be found. After my own frantic search, I alerted my entire family to the emergency at hand. Although my dad was trying to keep us all on schedule to get to the airport, even he grasped the gravity of the situation. It was Blankie. This was serious. Blankie had been with me since before I could even remember. My mom's best friend in Colorado sent Blankie as a gift on the day I was born. I'd slept with Blankie, cuddled with Blankie, and cried into Blankie my entire life. I could leave a lot of things, my phone, my books, my brothers, but I could not possibly leave New York without Blankie. This blanket was literally and figuratively my security blanket, and I was not ready or willing to give her up. It was my dad who regretfully had to call off the search. It was time for us to leave, and we had pored over every inch of the hotel room. Blankie was just gone. As we took the solemn elevator ride to the hotel lobby, no one said a word. My dad took me by the hand and walked me up to the front desk. He thoughtfully explained to the manager that my beloved Blankie was missing. He described her faded pink and green stripes, her frayed edges, and her worn embroidery that spelled out Gracie. With swift strokes, he wrote down our address and asked if anyone found her to please send her back to us in Memphis. After peering into my tear-stained face, the manager kindly and softly agreed to return Blankie home if found. Blankie was my security blanket, just like St. Mary's has been for a lot of us for so many years. In fact, it's been mine for 15 years. St. Mary's is a physical location I've come to for nearly 3,000 days. I've had successes and failures here, I've laughed and cried here, I've made my best friends here. When senior year rolled around, I started to panic. How was I supposed to leave somewhere I knew so well for somewhere totally unknown to me in the next few months? That sickening feeling of losing Blankie resurfaced when thinking about this inevitable future. All I want to do is wrap up both my memories and experiences from St. Mary's and take them with me wherever I end up. But I knew I would have to face this dreadful reality eventually. Through much contemplation, I began to remind myself that of course St. Mary's is a security blanket for me. St. Mary's is a holder of all my memories, and there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, how lucky I am, and we all are, that St. Mary's is our security blanket. I've gotten the pleasure of having PE in Barth Gym, getting the famous nickname by Mr. Sohn, and during the cookie dough scandal of the senior class, I apologize with Elena for that one. And let's just say the unique experience of introducing Wally Funk, which was definitely one of the most memorable for me. All of this makes sense. Humans crave attachment and connection to others. We cherish our traditions and hold tightly to our memories. While Blankie was quite literally my actual security blanket, we all have something that gives us comfort and security. A favorite song, restaurant, movie, city, or person evokes that deep connection with memories good and bad that make us who we are and connect us with our past. This school has comforted us, kept us safe, and helped us grow. Thankfully, unlike my blankie that was ripped from me without warning, we all know that our time here is finite, and we are prepared to let it go. And for my precious class of 2023, our time is ending soon. Thank you all for being my security blanket for so long. You are all the holders of my memories, and though we won't be together here every day anymore, the security you have given me has allowed me to grow and be prepared to go out into the world. And unlike the tragedy of losing my blankie unexpectedly, we will never lose St. Mary's. We can always come back to our little corner of Walnut Grove and Perkins, and our memories made here will always be a part of us. Thank you.